Novex Finance. Our last trade talk of the year. What an amazing year it's been. Spending this time with our listeners, with our friends. You guys were here for the Trump call. You guys have been here for the bottom and top calls consistently and courageously standing against what the market tells you and going for what the market shows you instead. So today we're going to dive into some deep TA. We really need to know what's going to happen. It's been a real fun experience learning these charts, but today it's no different. We continue, baby. Well, let's play a couple songs. Let's like and repost the room. You guys know the drill, baby. Let's go.
Reading these charts like I have precision drill. No luck here, just timing and will. Seeing me gaps still bleed and chill.
Force on mute, but the numbers kill. Novex Finance, cold and still. Trade talk loud, no cap, no fill. Coming in clutch when the screen get ill. Mr. Clutch, keep me calm when I overfill. Mr. Clutch, keep me calm when I overfill. Left eye on the chart, right eye on pain. Hand steady like a sniper in rain. Force breath cold, hard and chains. Every wicked lesson, every loss a gain. I move like that through terrain. Cold my path, never complain. Coffee black, screen on stain. Alpha ain't luck, it's strange domain. Deeper and deeper, candle to tangle. Price and chaos is a you don't handle. Deeper and deeper, candle to candle. Price and chaos is a battle handle. Deeper and deeper, candle to candle. Price and chaos is a battle handle. Novex knows in the fog we march. Trade lines etched like bark on notch. Coming in clutch and a phrase is charged. Mr. Clutch pray while the ticks discharge. Reading these charts like a precision drill. No luck here, just timing and will. Seeing me gaps still bleed and chill. Voice on mute, but the numbers kill. Deeper and deeper, candle to candle. Price and chaos is a battle handle. Deeper and deeper, candle to candle. Price and chaos is a battle handle. Reading these charts like a precision drill. No luck here, just timing and will. Seeing me gaps still bleed and chill.
That's
Force
right.
on mute, but the numbers kill. Novex Finance, car is still. Reading these charts like a precision drill. No luck here, just timing and will. Seeing me gaps still bleed and chill. Force on mute, but the numbers kill. Reading these charts like a precision drill. No luck here, just timing and will. Seeing me gaps still bleed and chill. Force on mute, but the numbers kill. Deeper, heartbeat sync with the trend line. Blood on the chart, there's a deadline. I see fear in their eyes through the headline. They ain't quant, they just scroll timeline. I keep math like ammo, cold precise. Entry points measure, exit twice. Silence the noise, pay the price. One bad click, you sacrifice. Algorithm twitch in the moonlight gleam. Trade talk space ain't just a stream. It's a war room brief with the alpha team. Coming in clutch, we redefine dream. We redefine dream, redefine dream, redefine dream, redefine dream, redefine dream. Reading these charts like a precision drill. No luck here, just timing and will. Seeing me gaps still bleed and chill. Forced on mute, but the numbers kill. Novex wins, precision drill. No luck here, just timing and will. Seeing me gaps still bleed and chill. Forced on mute, but the numbers kill. Deeper, deeper. Drill to the chop bleeds order. Deeper, drill to the chop bleeds order. Deeper, drill to the chop bleeds order. Deeper and deeper, candle to candle. Discipline's the weapon, patience the trigger. Trade talk forever.
They don't understand discipline till they meet clutch. Forest quiet, mind louder than Wall Street moon. Trade talk loud, truth no cap. Seeing me gap, we wait no nap.
Force Wi-Fi, but a single exact. Quant so clean, every candle react. He'll tell you the pain, not the drain. Give you the numbers, not the meme. Coming in clutch, that's the team. Portrait the code, mind supreme. Clutch in the woods, laptop glow. Chickens out back, alpha in the snow. He raises what he eats, that's cold and crow. Kills them clean, burritos on go. Got a quant mind sharp like a guillotine. See him eat gap, feel routine. He don't chase green, he measure the mean. Markets bleed, he wipe it clean. Whispers of trays like war drum chants. Whole block watch like his finance dance. If he can't stomach truth, stay off the call. He'll break your delusions one fib at a time, y'all.
Trade talk live, truth no cap. CME gap, we wait no nap. Force Wi-Fi, but a single exact. Quant so clean, every candle a drink. Give you the pain, not the drink. Give you the numbers, not the meme. Coming in clutch, that's the team. Portrait the code, mind supreme.
Yeah, I coast, but I rugged raw. Chaos theory, that's cave law. Data in my beard, shadows in my file. Rug your heart just to test your style. Block, don't talk, I just measure decay. CME gap like a debt we pay. Charge don't lie, but the crowd might sway. If clutch calls silence, I obey. In the forest, plotting ticks and traps. Sunset red like liquidation maps. Alpha so deep it come and collapse, but real ones wait, no panic slaps.
Burritos and basis points both cut like knives. Where truth hurts more than the chart itself. But pain just proves
Horchata
that
and
you're
burritos,
playing
baby.
well.
Let's frickin' go.
Trade talk live, truth no cap. CME gap, we wait no nap. Force Wi-Fi, but a single exact. Quant so clean, every candle react. He'll tell you the pain, not the drain. Give you the numbers, not the main. Coming in clutch, that's the team. Portrait to code, mind supreme. Trade talk.
Winning club.
Tear this down. Force Wi-Fi.
Winning club.
Trade talk. Trade talk. Trade talk. Trade talk.
Trade Talk Live, truth, no cap. CME gap, we wait, no nap. Forest Wi-Fi, with the signal exact. Quant so clean, every candle react.
He'll tell you the pain, not the dream. Give you the numbers, not the beat. Coming in clutch, that's the team. Punch out the cold, mind supreme.
We done made it home, baby.
Been the long
Place where you know the charts.
Been a long ass minute.
Can't many people attest
Home clutch.
to that knowledge, baby.
Been a
Let's go.
long ass minute. Pluck 'em home. Pluck 'em home. Clutch, 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 clutch.
Yo, this is definitely a banger, buddy. Unreal beat. Let's frickin' go.
Clutch came home. Yeah, the king touched ground. Smart Deegan table, whole squad still around. Trade talk, war talk, shit talk, memes. We coming in clutch, that's the only regime. Forest to the feed, pines to the screen. Numbers stay cold, but the circle stay mean. Hard cheddar on ice, alpha in the steam. Night shift begins, forever supreme. Back from the woods, frost still on the bed. Chickens in the yard, but the signal crystal clear. Laptop on the stump, gap fill like the spear. One bar from the pines, make a timeline disappear. I been gone a minute, y'all held it down clean. Still raising my food, still killing the dream. Snow on my boots, red candles in my past, but the table's still set for the ones who last. They want fairy tales. I serve rays of truth, smartest DJs in the room since we jumped the booth. Yo, Andrew still here, yeah, I'm cool, I'm straight. Roasting bread bags while I calculate. Coffee blacker than a blown out trade. Talk mad shit, but the P&L never fade. The P&L never fade. Cave door swing, beard full of cold and frost. Rug for the lesson, never count the cost. Chaos lost my religion. Silence my exhaust, smart DJ chaos. We the final boss. I speak in ticks, I watch decay. Gap like rent that the crowd gotta pay. Clutch say hush, whole room obey. Still counting candles while the weak ones pray. Sunset bleed red like a liquidation map, but the council still deep when the real ones rap. Trade talk turn war talk in the same breath. Smart DJs only, everybody else is death. From the forest to the space, the same creed, same team. We show up so you don't gotta, but you probably should have been here. Clutch came home, now the table complete. Smart DJ Legion can't take the seat. Trade talk, shit talk, whatever the vibe. We coming in clutch till the flatline arrive. Wi-Fi through pines, signal never weak. Hard to stay cold, mind sharp like a cleaver. Night shift martyrs still holding the ether. Welcome home, king. Now we feast forever. Alpha don't knock, it just walks back in and owns the whole room. Refresh, still here. Final run out groove. Run out groove. Run out groove.
Man, oh man, what an absolute banger track by the homie Buddy. Shout out to Creecoin, of course, always surviving with the vibes, with the best music. Yo, I don't know what prompts you got, man, but this song gets me hyped. You would think that a world-renowned artist is out here hitting these bangers. I already had a couple DMs like, yo, Clutch, what are you listening to? Who made that song? So in 10 minutes, buddy, 3 compliments in the forms of DMs. I must say, we definitely discovered something when we started making this music. But what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. I see a bunch of y'all already on here. Let's get it. Let's tap in with everyone. Say good morning to the gang. What's up, Andrew? I know you're up here. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good. I'm always good. We're out here. We're profiting. We're hanging with the homies. We're finding ways to make it. We're staying ahead of the news. So, man, I'm excited to see what you got cooking on the charts today, Clutch. And I got a little topic for us to kick it off with while you get the charts ready and everything. But what's up, everybody? This is Trade Talk powered by Novex Finance. If this is your first time here, welcome. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then we got the homie Ghost on Tuesdays and Thursdays holding it down when we don't do Trade Talk. He has Cup and Handle on Tuesday and Thursday. So, guys, make sure you guys are following. And we're on all kinds of platforms, baby. But make sure you're following me, Clutch, Ghost, and the Novex Finance pages so you don't miss this regardless of where you're at. Turn on notice, subscribe, hit all the buttons you got to hit to make sure you don't miss this thing. Because, guys, you do not want to miss out on the profits. So we stay ahead of here. Our whole goal here, man, is just to squeak out the profits, right? We stay ahead of the curve in the markets. The way this is going to go down is I got a little intro topic for us today. It's kind of market related, kind of news related, but I do feel like this could have market impacts because I think there's and we'll get into it. But anyways, guys, I'll throw out a topic in a second. Clutch will look at the charts. He'll let us know what he's seeing. He'll call a range for the next couple days. He'll call a direction for the next couple days, and then he'll try to call a trade of the show. And we'll try to squeak out some profits live on the show. But guys, here's my topic for the day, and I'll give you guys some chance to think about it before I throw it around. About this Somali fake hair fraud that's going on in Minnesota, in the United States, and it's literally billions. Like I want to say it's like $9 billion potentially in fraud scams right now, and that's more than the whole GDP of Somalia. So like that's crazy, right? That's insane. But I do think this could have some market implications because I think the faith in the U.S. dollar can be shaken by this. I think the faith in the U.S. government can be shaken like this. And then just what it takes to clean it up, I truly think could have market impact. So, you guys think about this whole situation? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's going to have market impacts? I'm curious about your thoughts, man. That's just a lot of money, right? And when that big amount, when money that big is flowing, I feel like something's going on. So I'll throw it around to everybody and get your thoughts on this situation. But also, guys, before we get into that, like I told you, make sure you're following Novex, but most importantly, make sure you're in the Novex Telegram. The Novex Telegram is where it goes down at. Novex is a DEX, it's a decentralized exchange. It was built by traders for traders. It's got all the bells and whistles that you're gonna want, as a trader. But what I think is the most impressive thing about Novex is, as a whole, all the perps trader as a whole, not every single perps trader, but as a whole, the perps traders are profitable on X. And I have Clutch and I have with a ton, probably at this point, right? But we partner with pretty much all the major DEXs at this point, and I've never seen, or major sexes, I've never seen an exchange, sex or DEX, that as a whole the traders are profitable. And the reason that's happening is because of everything going down in the Novex Telegram. That's why you want to be in there. We stream this there, so you obviously want to get on here and get the action for what's going down there. But you got Clutch in there making calls. I'm in there making calls. Ghost is in there making more calls than anybody. This dude will tell you literally every single trade he's making, every entrance, every time he trims, right? You got to get in there for the trims. He takes just a little off the top so he can keep going on the move. But guys, we're trim, chop it up. But let's, man, it's fun in there because you just go in there and you see everybody winning, man. So I'm happy to see the homies in there winning. I saw G Pup in there talking about some profits all the time and stuff. And it's good to see G Pup on stage. So I want to get in this convo. I want to get us going so we can get on the charts and stuff. But I want to start with G Pup this morning, man. We don't get G Pup on the mic too often. G Pup, how you doing, bro? How's my service dog? And what do you think about this Somali daycare scam? Do you think it's real? And do you think we're going to see some market impacts from it?
Hey, good morning, guys. Great to be here. I can't really comment on the daycare thing. I just hope it turns out well.
Yo, could you guys hear G-Pup, or was that just me? Or I
Was
know
he
he's
trying
talking,
to?
but
Was that him trying to talk? Yeah, I thought I could hear him.
I could hear him, but it was just really low.
I think Massimo don't let him work, have fun during work time. So if I'm really being honest here, it's Massimo's fault.
I'll take the blame for that. But we're actually not working today. It's a fam day.
Oh, day off, baby. Okay.
Well, Massimo, we got you here now. What are your thoughts on this Somali daycare fraud?
Well, it just keeps getting deeper and deeper, like Hermit always says.
Deeper and deeper.
That's right. No, I just actually saw something on the news this morning that a reporter was downtown Columbus at a place, and finally someone showed up. And when they showed up, they're like, "Hey, how do I enlist a kid?" They're like, "No kids." They're like, "What do you mean there's no kids?" Like, "No, we don't. You can't enlist your kids." Like, and she's like, "What do you mean? Like, you're getting government subsidies?" She's sitting there like, "No." I mean, it's just like, apparently, and I guess here's the question: like, how does that? Because it's now coming out that this is like a legit nationwide thing, right? So, like, how does something like that go on as long as it has, without there being any red flags? Like, now the question is legitimately, like the legitimate question, and I know people are going to say, "Oh, this is race bait." No. Legitimate question is, what percent of Somali-owned or ran daycares are actually legit? Like, in my opinion, this is justified that you look into every single one of them in the country.
Dude, I mean, I think you got to at this point. This 9 billion in one state. Imagine 50 states, and that's kind of why I think there could be some market impact associated with this one way or another.
100%. I mean, it's insane, man. And like the you can just tell, like if you watch the reactions, right? Like these that when I say these people, I mean the people specifically that are running these daycare facilities. You can tell when they're like their reaction, like they just it's not that they don't understand what's going on, they just don't care. Like they can, like in their mind, their opinions straight up, these rules don't apply to me. I don't know why you're asking me this. Like these aren't my rules. You can tell that when the way that they react, they're not going to acclimate to society. And unfortunately, like I said, like you said, and like we were saying, I think it's justified that you look into literally every single one of them.
No, that it's just that level, and that's why I'm just like, does it take faith out of U.S.? I mean, obviously, I think our faith in U.S. government is probably at an all-time low, and that's is truly crazy when you think about it, because the U.S. is still the leader in global investments. 50 cents of every dollar invested globally, it flows into the U.S. and it's and like I don't know, like I imagine if we just had just a little bit more confidence in the U.S. government, what that could be.
Right. And and here's the thing, like this is an opportunity for the Somali people, right? Like, no one likes being attacked, but hey, you know what? I I know there are many Somali Americans, right, that are great citizens, great people, been there their whole lives, or came over and have acclimated. Like this is an opportunity for the Somali people to say, hey, yeah, okay, you know what? There was some fraud going on with some bad eggs, but look, we're not here like to do this. This is one I guess group of people, like they have an opportunity to strengthen and come forward and say, yeah, no, this is not us. Like we're proud to be here. We're proud to of our culture, and to be part of this country. And so I think is just like I always say, adversity just creates opportunity. So this is an opportunity for the entire, from all the Somali people to come out and step up and show the rest of the country, who they really are and what they really stand for.
No, for sure, and I don't think I was in on it, but man, if I was a Somali, I'd probably be in on it. So I think we got to get to the bottom of it. Good to hear from you, Massimo.
Absolutely.
Let's throw it over to Buddy. He's not too far from Minnesota, up there in Chicago. Y'all got any daycare fraud going down in Chicago, Buddy? And what do you think about this daycare fraud, man? You think it's going to have any direct impact on the markets at all?
I think eventually, as fraud unravels, it will definitely impact the market. But I look at the long side of it, maybe being like, as we grow more into this like trustless society, we've talked about it on the RWA Power Hour back in the day about tokenizing the government and having it all on the blockchain. Nobody would be able to get away with this shit anymore. But I think Elon Musk even had a post a while ago, it's like when you create incentives, you're drawing that shit in. And this goes way deeper in Minnesota, and it will spread to other states, probably Democrat states, of course, with voter fraud. And it is ridiculous, and all crime is ridiculous. It's been crime season all year long. We've seen it everywhere in like great scales, right? But I think that we need to look at that. This Somalia thing, like specifically, is like 0.365% of the problem. And when I say that is, the Department of War or Department of Defense, they have $1 trillion budget, bro. And I know it's not 9 billion, but yesterday $8.6 billion of our tax dollars was used to give Israel 25 brand new jets. Okay, so we start to look into it. We're going to pull the string on the Somalia thing, and what it's going to unravel is all these scams. If you're, I'm pretty sure in St. Louis and maybe even in Columbus, we know that there's programs that if you do this or do that, you'll get money. And we know a lot of them are shady. This is on a great scale. And it's being reported on X, dude. X is the number one news source now, dude. We get our news, the world gets their news first here. And this is Star Space. So I'm bullish on the fact of more government corruption and immigrants and all this stuff. As this all starts to unravel, people will demand transparency. And yeah, I'm bullish for the future, for my son's future, I should say. But yeah, I could go on and on about that. Real quick about the songs. This is the last day of the year. It's 0.1 Solana. You get one song and then you get another one for free, but you need to donate 0.1 to the Clutch Foundation. Let's see if we could make it impact, save some children before the year's up. We have about 12 hours here in Chicago. So get at me in the DMs. I'll make you a song live on stream. Peace.
Love it, bro.
Boom, I love it. Those songs are fire, man. Super fire. Get at Buddy for sure. Shoot him a DM, and let's raise some last day of the year funds for the Clutch Foundation, baby. Let's see what we can do to kick off the new year with a bang. And I'm not talking shooting. I'm talking about throwing some money at some kids. That's what I feel good doing. But you said some really good stuff there, buddy. All around. First of all, the last thing you said, I think, was probably the realest thing. It probably won't be us that feel the real benefits from ending this type of stuff and the benefits of the stuff we're building now too, to be real in Web3. But it'll probably be our kids if we succeed that truly are the benefactors. And that's amazing, right? You want every generation to be better than the last, and we're arguably the first ones that we might not be better than the last if we don't fix things. But the other thing you pointed out, there's so many levels, I guess, to even deeper fraud, and we I don't know how many trillions you said we spent, but I know there were trillions on 23 Israeli jets, you said, and it even makes me get kind of the back to the market impacts, to where you're seeing a lot of people say, man, we should just stop paying taxes, and are these people gonna do it? No, right? Because none of you guys have ever sat across from a detective or somebody in government being like, oh, you're not going to do this? Boom, here's 5 years in prison. You're going to do it now? Oh, well, I guess I can throw 10 on top of that. And, at about 30 years, I think most of you guys are going to be like, you know what? I'll pay my taxes, and this guy over there wasn't paying his too. I got some info for you. But, I do think it's good to get that conversation out there in the public for these reasons, that it's everybody's truly realizing that it's not that we're not taxing the billionaires enough. It's that these idiots just don't use the money that we give them, properly. So I think that transparency can actually lead to things being built out to where maybe we do get government finances on chain in a transparent way, right? To where we don't need to know exactly how every dollar is being spent. I get it. There's some stuff that can't come out later, but I think you could build via smart contracts to where, some dollars are flowed on the private blockchain, but there's a fail-safe built into the smart contract to where after it's declassified, maybe 10 years later, where that money went, is public information. By 10 years, we should be good, whatever the year is. And then there's that accountability long-term to where it's well, hold up. All you guys were here 10 years ago, or most of you guys were here 10 years ago, and you all knew that money was going to some BS. So, now's your accountability. So I do think you nailed it to where the transparency could come. And I do expect to see Web3 and blockchain a part of that transparency. Good to hear from you, buddy. Hope you enjoy the New Year's Eve in Chicago tonight. Let's bust some shots with our neighbors. My neighbors will probably be out busting shots. I don't know if you're in a part of Chicago where they bust shots around midnight.
All parts in Chicago, they bust shots at midnight, man.
I figured, because all parts of St. Louis bust shots around midnight.
My insurance company just called me and they said Chicago is one of the safest city in the world if you're comparing it to Somalia only. Thank you.
True.
Bro, I commented on some post yesterday where this dude was ranking cities and he had Chicago in the second rankings. And I'm like, have you ever been to Chicago? Because I go there 3 to 4 times a year and I like the city, but it's definitely not like the A tier cities in the world. Like, good to hear from
Yeah,
you, buddy.
if you come here and you visit within like I'd say like a half mile radius in any direction of where I live, you'll love Chicago. The architecture, the restaurants. Say we have the best food, hands down, dude, in the whole entire country, and it's just growing. But you don't know where you're going in Chicago, you'll never want to come here again. That's for sure. And that's how New York was 10 years ago. So bullish on the changes to come. Hopefully we can get some law and order here.
No, I think you would. I truly do like the city, man. Like it is good food, cool architecture, look at, walk around. But I'm also the type of dude to where like I'm fully aware. I know how to be aware of my surroundings. You're not gonna catch me in a neighborhood I'm not supposed to be in. And like that's a big part of it. And why a lot of places get bad raps. You can go almost anywhere as long as you just stay where you're supposed to be. The problem is everybody wants to go to the hood. But let's keep checking in. We got some more homies coming through. We got the homie from. I'm gonna save the UK opinion on this for last. We're gonna save the UK opinion for last on this. They got more fraud in UK than anywhere. So this guy knows more about fraud than anybody, Alex. So we're gonna save his opinion for last. I want to throw it over to Egon. Egon is my nemesis on the lotto poker tables, man. I know you guys had your game last night. I didn't play, man. I was kind of tired last night, but man, Egon, I know you be crushing on the poker, guys. Always make sure you're checking out those lotto poker tournaments and get involved with them. Check out the ACR poker tournaments. Getting involved with me, and we play a lot of poker. Egon be crushing it. But Egon, how you doing, bro? Hope you had a great Christmas. And what do you think about this Somali daycare fraud, man? Do you think it's real, and do you think there's going to be an impact on the market at all?
Wow, yeah, that's a powerful take, Egon. Whoa.
Riveting,
I
riveting.
never I
I
never
mean,
even considered that.
I've been following it pretty close, and I haven't seen anybody else say that.
Wow.
It
And
needs
we've
to be broken down into chapters and verses and studied daily.
That's a great idea.
On par with what Hermit says. It's if there's anybody that could make a statement like Hermit's, it was that one. But no, good to hear from you, Egan. Let's man, we lost. I was really gonna save Ghost for last because I know this dude probably just woke up about 4.5, 5 minutes ago, and he's got to get his mind right. But Ghost, man, you're in the state of fraud too. You live in Cali. You open it. No, everybody knows Ghost lives in Cali, but you're in the other fraud state, man. What do you think about these Somali daycares? Do you think they're legit? And do you think we're gonna see any market impact on it?
Man, I'm failing, bro. I'm supposed to never let anybody know my next move, and you called me out. I woke up like 5 minutes ago, man. I'm in trouble here, bro. I'm in trouble here, bro. No,
You
all jokes
also
aside.
didn't make the final table last night like you promised me. So I made the final table and then just went all in just because I was sad and depressed. I didn't want to be at yet another final table by myself.
I keep trying to explain to you, Clutch, and I really wish you'd pick up what I'm putting down. The World Series of Poker, bro, is Friday, bro. Why would I want to win so close? You know how hard it is to win back to back? Oh, wait, you have won back to back, so it's not very difficult for you. It's difficult for me, okay? It's difficult for me. I'm in a
Dude,
state of fraud.
Clutch runs like a saint. He must be a saint or something with that with how good he runs.
Hey, I'm glad you said it and not me because I didn't want to create any FUD on mistake. But he did crack my pocket aces and two other sets of aces from others individuals. With a 7-10 of hearts, he got the straight flush. He turned the flush, he straight flushed a river, beat like 4 people in one hand. He was definitely running like a saint. I think that's the best way to describe it. And who's to say he's not Since he's came in my life, everything has been so much more beautiful. Life has been admirable. Like if I looked at my own life since meeting Clutch, I went from shit to sugar, you know? And then if he was next to me right now and he started trying to talk, I'd put my finger on his mouth.
like super bad when he shuts his mom up. Shut up, mom.
Exactly that.
You guys are douchebags, but okay, keep going.
Ain't Clutch, man. It's got a ring to it for real.
You guys are douchebags. Keep going. Keep
Yo,
going.
no, hey, no, like stop, no, but keep going. Yo, no, yesterday I cracked aces 3 times with queen 8 suited, and then with 10-7 suited, and then another hand I had queen 9 of hearts. I flopped an open-ended straight flush
That was the only time I beat you.
Dude, and I missed every out somehow, bro. I had the hand with the most outs I didn't hit, but all the other
had
ones,
too
bro,
many outs.
That's what it is, bro.
That was the only hand I think I won of the night, bro. Was against him. I had 10 jack. I flopped a 10 jack, 10 jack king, which is why he was like open ended with his queen 9 or something.
No king. It was the jack 10, but I had queen 9, and then it was blank the turn river.
That was the only time I actually beat him last night. I literally flopped a 2 pair and just raised like everything I had, bro.
And whoever won yesterday should be happy because I was sleepy, falling asleep, and I was getting ready to try some streams where I was mentally drained. I was like, bro, I'm out. I'm just gonna call. If I am in a hand, I'm going all in. I had pocket 8s. I ended up losing, but like you said, I ended up doing a good thing because it is hard to win back to back. Now I don't have that challenge to have to go through it. Now I just got to win Friday's championship, and that's it.
That was pretty amazing how you just justified playing such crappy poker at the end of the game there.
No, it wasn't even crappy poker, Massimo. It was one hand. Look, it was crazy though. I made it to 300, like 320K, but Elsie had me covered by like 10K or something small, and Elsie had ace king suited. I had pocket 8.
I passed out, I think, when you had like a little over $250,000 after I had a tough beat going in. But someone flopped. I don't remember what they flopped on the river, but it was
nasty.
No, you just got out kicked. You guys both had trip 6s on the turn, and they had an ace kicker is what got your ass. I was like, that's disgusting.
That's nasty. That's a nasty way to go. Both of y'all flop trips, but that's
literally, dog. It was like, oof.
No, hey, but straight up though, almost every turn.
You should have done what you said you were going to do yesterday, and just go like take a walk, play with the chickens, play soccer with your son, and then come back at the final table.
Fudge, dude. It was dialed in for me to do that. But I was honestly yesterday I capitulated, not because of anything negative. I was just fed up. I was just done for the night. And then I grabbed the controls on Xbox and I played a couple games. I rolled the spliffy, bro. And
by the way, my daughter would like to formally challenge you to a Fortnite battle.
A Fortnite battle?
That's right.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay, listen. I'm not the Fortnite player. My 12-year-old is. Madam Clutch is also decent, but she's not challenge material.
My 11-year-old is a Fortnite player.
We're talking about 10 and 12-year-old girls. So I don't want to hear excuses. Okay.
No, I was just letting you know I'm not the Fortnite player. I don't even play that game. But whenever they want a challenge, I'll have my son get on the sticks. I don't play Fortnite.
Yeah, my kid plays too.
Yeah, we should definitely. We're gonna start tournaments. Yesterday, I was testing out some testing out some, different landscapes, and just it's in the works. We'll be having the dope gaming setup here soon. But as you can tell, the streams are dialed in perfect. The sound is amazing. Everything is crisp. The only thing I can't solve is you guys constantly coming in and out. You guys keep requesting. I wonder if Restream glitches the studio or. Because
you know
people
what? If they're on their phone and they're getting phone calls, sometimes I get booted when I get a call.
Got it.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening to me.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because it just keeps like I mean, I've accepted 45 requests to join the stage in the last 25 minutes, so it's all good. But anyways, yeah, dude, a Fortnite, we should do a Fortnite tournament, and I think you could host it like through Fortnite and throw up a prize pool. So that'd be sick. We'll see who
Yeah.
wins.
Oh,
No
also,
But
doubt.
guys, don't
they really
forget.
like the football on TikTok, man. I put out a clip this morning and like it's like popped off.
Well, dude, I scored so many badass goals last night, but I couldn't get to stream everything to work. So I'm gonna recalibrate some things today. But
Mhm.
yeah, dude, we're gonna start a new football club, a new soccer club. We dude, I'm starting to really score some bangers, bro. So yeah, that's gonna give us some fun clips. And again, dude, I be watching charts, so why not play a little Xbox? Well, I've never been a like a gamer growing up. I wanted to be, I was just poor. So this is my chance to actually game without it interfering with anything else I'm doing. Cause I literally only game when I'm waiting on a trade or whatever. But literally it's been fun, dude.
Nice, man.
Hey,
Heck yeah.
while I got you guys, tonight is my it's supposed to be my weekly $1 buy-in poker tournament, $500 prize pool. I don't know what you guys have planned for New Year's. Would you guys be around to play tonight, or should I push it off till later in the week? I can always reschedule. We rescheduled on Christmas last week.
Man, I think later on in the week is a better plan. Tonight, people are just kind of all over the place. I personally can play just because I'm an old man and don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
But yeah,
home, and so I got a couple of friends coming over because it's Santa's birthday and stuff. But yeah, so I figured everybody else probably has stuff going on though. That's why I was like, hey, I want to hit them up and tell them, hey, a lot of my homies are gonna be busy tonight.
well, if anything, we should at the very least, we can play some Xbox, play the whole Fortnite, play some games later on tonight, and just bring on the new year while we're chilling. I think that's also a good play.
I like that. I'm with that. I'm gonna hit them up and get it rescheduled for this weekend.
Yeah. And that's such a great tournament. $1 with a $500 guarantee,
Bro, I
meaning
won
they
40
give you
bucks on Wednesday. I finished like fifth. I
bro.
finished
Well, what's
fourth and won
crazy
40
is
bucks.
think about it. $50 typically enters the tournament, and they're giving you $500 in prize pool. That's definitely that's good tech. That's good tech.
Good.
Every week. Last week we had like 180 runners. I probably expect last week. So get there until before we start crushing the guarantee, and there's like 1,000 people in it.
Exactly.
I don't know. So did you guys just not want to hear my Somali take, or what's
Oh
the?
yeah, that was me, bro. I blame it on myself.
What's good with the Somali take, Ghost? You starting the daycare yet?
Yeah, when are we starting the daycare, bro?
I mean, there's two things I wanted to really break down. Number one, I'm awake finally. I'm awake. I'm awake now, so I can actually give you a real response. Number two, my father's actually. I don't know, you guys have seen me on live. I'm half black, half white, but I'm actually half Somali, half white. So I definitely have 3 daycares. I also homeschool my children, but I'm one of the real ones. In other words, like my daycare is real.
Can we tokenize this?
Well,
Bro, I was just gonna say the same thing. You're dead serious though? Or are you just fucking with us?
no. Yeah, it's part of my ecosystem. No, no, I'm totally fucking around, man.
Bro, what the fuck?
Bro, this fool's trying his Mr. Rogers neighborhood approach over here. Like, yeah, I'm Somalian. Feel comfortable. Bring me all your children. Yeah, no, that's you got ferrets, bro, and that's dangerous.
I listen, dude. Ferrets are thieves, and I'll send them over to the daycares, and we'll see what kind of billions they can scram up from the thieves. No, man, I think honestly, just like really, all jokes aside, I saw a study that really did mess me up the other day, where Somali autism is on the rise, and the same trajectory. I know it's hard to take me serious right now because I was being silly, but all jokes aside, the same trajectory of their autism spike, and with diagnosis and all this other fun details that were provided in this mega thread on X, so were their care for autism child care for autism. So they definitely are kind of something to look into, is what the guy was saying, like, without straight saying, oh, I think all of it's fraud. It was just ironic how they figured out some holes in the system, right? It's like, oh, so autism's on the ride. It's a buzzword. It's a hot topic, and all these social media clips nowadays where we're all technically autism or autistic on the spectrum. And essentially that's another round that they were kind of going in, is the aid. And apparently if there's some form of autism in it, there's also like Social Security that gets added to the mix, not just Medicare. So there was a lot of different things to uncover. My whole thing about it all, I don't care what ethnicity, what group, whatever the heck it is that you want to categorize it as, they're just, by now, with the way AI is, with the way there's things you can kind of use to really base, before, I'll break it down this way. Before, it's like, to audit you have to make a specific amount of money. You have to pass a threshold for it to have been economical for the IRS to audit your books. It's just not economical to audit someone who's making $60,000 a year. Costs more to do it, in other words, to find what it is that they could potentially be bullshitting on. That can't be the case anymore with AI. That can't be the case anymore. And I'm confident that this exposure that's taking place, I'm confident that this is going to really bring it full circle to where they're going to dial in on a systematic approach via AI that will ultimately start putting 2 and 2 together and finding it sooner, so we don't get to the point where it's this dramatic. And then just to have the governor jump up and be like, we're going to do this anyway. Like, it's just absolutely outlandish to me. But again, I think there's a bigger problem. It's the consequences. And until we figure out a way to really have consequences that matter, I don't know if we got to go backwards and you cut off hands when they steal, or what it is that we have to do. But until the consequences are so fearful, or cast so much fear into someone's state of mind, they're going to keep doing things and see how far they can go to get away with it. And I think that's where our broken system is right now. It's racist if you categorize it as just Somali fraud. It's racist if it's like it's really getting to the point where there has to be consequences, man. There can't be slaps on the wrist anymore. There's got to be like full-blown consequences in order for fraud to stop, because people are going to always bend the rules. You give them an inch, they take a mile. Like that's an expression, that's a saying for a real reason. They got to really come up with something, something heavy to make an example this round in order to really get it to stop, man. And that's my whole thing on it, bro. Is it going to have an impact on the markets? Well, everything has an impact on the markets. I mean, dude, they probably have it in crypto, man. They're probably gonna have to sell crypto just to get their money back. It's probably the only place that they're trying to hide it. I mean, at this point, who knows?
Actually, but I don't point I hadn't considered.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what kind of impact it'll have, but it's just in general, man. Like you said, the government trust is at an all-time low. I think crypto fixes this, man. I think there's definitely got to be a way to start laying down the heavy hand. I think this administration's definitely a lot more strict in regards to making sure there's consequences, but everything's still state individually ran, right? There's only still so much that he's able to do. I think it needs to be, I think the top down needs to get reprimanded, right? I think like the governor of Minnesota jumping up like pretty much the next day after it was found and still like authorizing without really getting votes of his own people certain things that they started passing right away. If this guy's just going to walk around free, Waltz, whatever his name is, he's just going to walk around free and
Tampon Tim.
Yeah, his little Tweedledum Tampon Tim walk. I think the guy needs to definitely, like we need to start locking up some of the bigwigs that are really the ones that are allowing this to happen right underneath their nose. Whether you knew about it, whether you didn't, it's your job to run that ecosystem, that state, that particular division of America is like it's under your control. You're supposed to be the one to catch this and build divisions around this. But it's pathetic, man. It's literally pathetic. It's pathetic.
Yeah, but it's, I guess, well, you thought Doge was going to fix this all, but I guess if you get rid of fucking half the fucking administration, these things aren't going to get caught, man. Hermit has just told us it goes way deeper than daycare. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I saw that there was medical provided services, where medical transportation services, where you these white vans just driving around, and that's miles that they're counting. There's no passengers in there.
Yeah,
you know, it's really crazy about that transportation shit. So I know in the state of Illinois, with if you don't do shit at all, they just give you free insurance, right? And under this insurance, if you need transportation to your doctor's visits, anything, it's paid for. It's all ran through private transportation systems. Has nothing to do with Uber. I even was like, this my friend Eric, right? So he's an immigrant and he's working on getting all this shit, right? And he goes, "Hey, they gave me insurance. Can you help me through this?" And I was looking at it and I'm like, "Wow, dude, like my insurance is like $1,800 a month. So, and you're getting all this shit for free. How come you can't use Uber and get it expensed?" And he can't get people to understand really what he's saying. And I called and they said, "No, that's handled through a private service." I'm like, "So I have to choose from a private service?" And they said, "No, we choose for you." And these systems are set up by our government, right? And the crazy thing, these Somalians, their IQ is 68 to 75 or something like that. That's the IQ of a 9-year-old. So these systems, these loopholes are in play. It usually takes somebody smart, or it takes, somebody that was brought into the con. But in this case, it was somebody that held their hand. They imported these people to be voters to let them scam. Now, it misdirections everything. While we're looking at that, how much other money did they fucking steal? This is the crazy. That's why pulling this thread is going to unravel a lot, dude. And I totally agree with everything you said, Ghost.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that their IQ is one of a 9-year-old. Maybe we're too smart and we need to dumb it down to get in the action. That's pretty fascinating. 9-year-old IQs. Oh man, I don't know how to feel about that. That's really wild, bro. Was this a study that you came across? Like that's
if you just search what is IQ of Somalian, it's like 68 to 75, and then you search what is a 68 IQ, and it says it can't give the exact chronological age, but it's 9 to 12 academic level.
Do you think that's possible they're playing dumb?
Or you think I don't know. I think they look pretty dumb too. And what they said is there's a lot of inbreeding going on, sex with cousins and maybe even brothers and sisters. Some of their eyes, and I'm not picking on them. I actually have a couple Somalian friends, dude, and they're all right dudes. But I always fuck with them, and I'm like, I am the captain now, and I always fuck with them. Yeah. They have some okay white jokes, but like the white jokes kind of just suck.
Shit just got done.
I mean,
sorry.
Genetics play into intelligence and all kinds of stuff. If we're being real, like it's not racist to say the fastest runners in the world come from Nigeria, because when you dial into it at the absolute elite levels, like that's where the genetics really make a difference. So like, there's obviously smart people that come from Somalia, but like on a per capita basis, it's not like most places. Just like there's obviously fast people that come from England, but they're not beating the fastest people from Nigeria.
Is it because they're running from lions and shit?
Yeah, it could be, man.
Like why are
in Jamaica?
It comes down to like, what's your why? And their why is not to get eaten by a lion, and that would really make you run fast, I think.
Why are black people so tall? Because they're Negroes. Setup was there. No, I had to.
Thank God being Ghost here. Otherwise, this conversation would be less.
Hold on. The insurance just let us know Ghost is only half okay to say those statements. From now on, Ghost, I'm going to need you to stop halfway through your sentences when you're saying some off the wall stuff. Thanks.
Hey, dude, my left knee grew. I'm a little taller than you.
Hey, bro, that's not cool, bro. Cause like we were chilling, bro, and Ghost, he's taller than me, and we're chilling, bro. And we're like, I roll one up, and within 20 minutes, bro, this MFer grows 2 inches. And I was like, yo, Negro, calm your ass down.
This is just such a funny topic, bro. We've been an hour in, bro. I know there's someone that wants some TA. Hey, Andrew, this was a good topic, bro. This was deep, bro. This was like I always love this show, bro. It always gets me just such a good mood to start our day, bro. I don't know why, man. If y'all are out there, repost the stream, like it, love it, spread the good love, man. Because if you want to start your day off in a good morning, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, trade talk. If you want to, start your day off in a different vibe, don't come to my show on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We don't laugh nearly as hard as this, man. This is great shit here, bro. This is absolutely epic, bro. I'm like cheesing ear to ear. This dude, Alex, man, you got me today so hard, bro. He said their eyes, man, the inbreed.
What's that?
Clutch, come on in, Clutch, man. Save us, man. Just let's talk about
This man said they're nasty. I can see it in their eyes. Oh man, bro. I'm sitting here giggling, bro. I don't even know what is going on, bro.
So one girl married her brother so he could get citizenship, the congresswoman.
That's true. Look, listen, we could joke all we want, right? Like, look, what do Mexicans drink the second they get home from work? Tequila or a frickin' Corona. It's okay. There's prejudice and then there's realism. We're just discussing the reality of these situations, and it's just it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy, really, to like. I was telling Ghost the other day that I feel like we're living in a parallel universe, right? Why? Because, like, man, I mean, how do people get away with fraud this deeper and deeper? It's just crazy, right? Like, anytime I try to rob a Popeyes, my ass ended up in jail. Anytime I skip paying my taxes, yeah, I had an IRS agent saying hello to me for 3 years. So, and all I did was not pay $16,000 because I was a broke man. I was 21 years old. I got married and it damn near derailed my marriage because I had almost 180K in back taxes by then because I had started my business, bro, and it was nasty. I didn't get out of debt from the stupid IRS till 2018, bro. So from 2013 to 2018, I'm living so deep in this IRS loophole, bro. And then I realized, wait, I can backdate my freaking LLC. I never established my single member LLC business in advance. So I backdated, did all that, bro. And I finally ended up getting all my money back. But you know what, though? The fact is, I had to work the freaking system and spend thousands and thousands of dollars and partake in the ecosystem, which is America, right? I also employed almost 100 people, paid millions of dollars of salaries and freaking and payroll taxes and all this stuff just so I wouldn't go to jail. And these fools are out here stealing billions and they're okay? Like, bro, what do you mean? Like, they're so shocked that we're asking about children at a daycare. Bro, this dude's like, yo, where's the children? And then these people are offended. What do you mean? We're not children? No. You're taking care of children, right? About that. You're not welcome here, right? Like, bro, like that to me speaks butterfly effect. Buddy, I think that the one thing that we can confirm is that the Bears are leading the NFC North. Yes, butterfly effect situation. So I want to know, Alex, Motown, not Motown, Alex and Egon. I said I looked at Egon and thought it was Motown because I'm bringing him up. But which one of y'all, okay, which one of y'all went back in time and stepped on a butterfly? Not okay.
Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Not freaking okay, right? Like, of all the people that are going to just completely 10x their country's net worth, and that's the Somalians, and they only did that to a small percentage group of people. the ones that are willing to marry their own siblings and all this. Yeah, bro, this is
Imagine how
a
much got
parallel
sent back to
universe.
Somalia, though, too. Like, we might have actually
Oh,
tripled their GDP.
Yeah, it
right.
was like triple their GDP, man. But fucking, if they got 68 IQ, Jesus Christ, we should be fucking doing some better grifts than that, man. We
Like,
could be trillionaires.
all I'm saying is like, look at these freaking grifts, bro, and they work. But you know what? This whole idea that we have life figured out is something crazy, right? So this is kind of where the bad players know. They figured out that no one has it figured out. They figured out that there's a government shutdown. They also figured out that a government tried to kill its president to be. They also figured out that Sleepy Joe and Killary probably aren't even around. Those are just freaking empty vessels. And then this Erica Kirk thing. Yeah, guys, we're living in some crazy, like something happened. Someone stepped on a butterfly, and I'm not okay with it. Because look, why couldn't it have been Vietnam that we're giving all this money to? At least we get the freaking Vietnamese food. What the fudge do Somalians have? Is there a meal that comes from there that's actually joyous? Yeah, no. Take your banana leaf and your freaking sand and whatever it is you eat with your freaking meals. This is not okay. You freaking thieves. What happens is these countries get away with things because it's in their nature already to be those things. So when you're America and you have a group of people that really look at you in your face and say, give me money, I'll do whatever you want me to. That's music to the government's ears. Let's just face it. This billion or these billions that have been extracted and had been used everywhere, I wholeheartedly believe it's been used for bigger crimes that we can even fathom. In return, we give these fools freedom and a little freaking healthcare. Yeah, America wins. We just don't know what they're making these people do. It's freaking gross.
You hit it on the head with that take, man. You know, the whole reality shift, you know, I think Elon Musk was talking about how the chances of us living in a simulation is already higher than one would expect. Like if you think about the situations we have now, we just were talking about those meta goggles, those virtual reality goggles.
Right, right.
I'm convinced, you know, we're going to be, you fast forward where they're not so bulky. Maybe they're contact lenses, maybe they're just sunglasses, maybe it's a Neuralink chip, something, whatever, that gives you the ability to do that. Live in this reality. And as long as you're making money in this reality or currencies are relevant, regardless, one of the two will cross. People will spend more time in that specific reality. So you got to think that's where tech's headed now. Man, my wife plays The Sims, bro, and I'll be looking at that shit like, man, it really be feeling like a simulation, man. This is pretty.
It's hard not to think that that's the case here. Look, this whole thing highlights what I've been saying, Andrew, for about 6 months to a year now. There just simply isn't no money. And why do we know that now? Because we've given our money to the Somalians. We've given our money to all these Russian hoax things, to all these fake election things. How much money do you think the government has spent just in the last 3 years to cover up Kamala's BS, Sleepy Joe's BS, to cover up a murder assassination attempt on the sitting presidential candidate? And then you murked another young dude, you know what I'm saying, just for freaking speaking out on, like, this is just crazy, bro. Like, this to me is the proof that I've needed, because, like, not that I needed it, right? But it's good to have validation when you look at charts and you're like, yo, there's no money. The money's not here. How can I prove it? I couldn't. Now I can. The triple fours, 4 trillion market cap. We've been going under that steadily, right? Since I've been on that. And why? I didn't know it was situations like these. But we're blowing through billions. So how are we going to have $1 trillion enter this space, including washing the cells, right? So that means you have to have 1.5 trillion come in. So $500 billion gets sold and 1 trillion net positive enters this space. Well, we can't do that when the money doesn't exist. It's not real. money is not real. It's an illusion now because we have debased it and devalued it on some catastrophic proportions.
It's a fact, bro. It's an absolute
Well, it's
fact.
about to get worse too. I missed if you guys streamed the FOMC yesterday, but you know the money printers are getting turned back on. Some are estimating it's going to be around the same as COVID, which it quadrupled our fucking money supply, and it is all fake. I guess the key to making it is leverage. You know, if it's leverage trading or it's just leverage IRL, but it's happening right now. They say 2.5 trillion in private equity is coming in 2026, but a lot of it's going to be hesitant to come to crypto. You know, someone's going to obviously come to RWAs and shit like that. But
Right.
besides that, dude, where is the rest of this money going to come from? That's the big question. And it gets shuffled
Man,
around and
that's
put in the hands of people that look one way and look the other at the same time. That's crazy.
that's an interesting point, and I'll take the contrarian opinion and say it's a good thing because in reality, I think people know, like real people in power know that you truly have to send the dollar to zero, and you might as well print as much money as you can and accumulate as much Bitcoin as you can because like that's gonna be the real standard anyways. So use this fake money to get the thing that's like the closest to real money we have.
It's nasty.
Yeah, while they still take your monopoly money, invest into assets, invest into Bitcoin, make investments not for your future, but for your child's future. Because, you know, I'm not calling bear market, bull market when that's going to come, but I do believe the next 10 years, it won't be right away, but we're going to experience very maximum pain. And just set yourself up right.
Is
Well,
anyone
guys,
talking? I can't hear anything.
yeah, Buddy was talking. You probably
Bibbidi
couldn't hear him.
bobbidi. You can't hear me,
Bing.
Bossimo? It's your fault that the Somalians eat pasta so hot.
Well, guys, we have around 1,000 people watching this stream, and I'm only guesstimating as I looked at my profile, and there are over 700 people watching just on my X. We are in a few different spots, so let's definitely get back to to what we came here for, which is let's get some TA, guys. Typically we're gonna make these shows where they're TA and TA only. In this particular case, this topic was just so fire and spot on that it happens to relate to a lot of things in the market. So we're gonna go ahead and just get to the TA here, guys. I do see real quick Drew Roberts. Yo, what's up, Drew? First time you've been on the stream with us here on Trade Talk.
She's able to. That would be
How you doing,
ideal.
bro? You're on the phone, hot mic, bro. Oh, this freaking guy. Hold on, let me mute him.
Of course, he pulled a Drew Roberts his first time
Yeah,
here.
I slept like 6 hours.
Yeah, I just removed him so he has no audio. Anyways, guys, so let's get to what we came here for. You guys know the drill. Let me screen share because as always, step number one is hold on real quick. Step number one, we always go to CoinMarketCap. As always, we want to see where the market's at. 2.96 trillion, 32 fear and greed, meaning we were at 30. Now we're at 32. It's getting bigger. Altcoin season score still sucks because guess what? Altcoin season isn't coming, guys. Maybe, just maybe we'll get break-even season. Altcoin season already happened. We can prove it on so many charts by looking at Solana, looking at Ethereum, right? Altcoin season, if you look on a weekly, right? Altcoin season was this whole pocket, this whole second wave. Then we kept getting altcoin season. I called break even season, wasn't enough to break us even, and then called the tops here, right? So how do we determine these things is the lack of liquidity, right? So we look at the lack of liquidity. How do we know the total market cap of crypto? The fear and greed at 32 is what really starts letting us know, okay, the dumps are coming. Why? Because people are getting more greedy. When greed goes up, people buy, and the market makers have been absolutely crushing these pockets, right? Because they know people love 85, 88K Bitcoin. Heck, 89K people will buy instead of waiting for 91. So they keep taking it to 90. So people buy, they ape, and they keep cheating Bitcoin. That's all part of the process, guys. It's part of what we've been looking at, which is, dude, we've been running out of money for a while. So, anyways, you guys see the health of the market. Not freaking great. Let's go to Trading View now. As always, we want to go to the CME chart, and it's always the best place to start. For me, there's just not a better way. And obviously, you guys see what keeps happening. We keep just kind of ranging, trading sideways, rejecting the 21 on the daily, which is a big deal. We're tracking that. No open gaps other than the one at 20K way the heck down here. That's why it's yellow. I don't know if we get there, but it is very, very possible, right? We left the big open gap that we never went and got. But we've spoken about the debasing and devaluing of our US dollar. 20K Bitcoin at that time is worth now about 50K Bitcoin, right? Because of that price gap, right? More money, 20K isn't 20K anymore. You need 40K to buy what 20K used to be able to buy you. Makes sense? Got it? Get it? All right, good. We're on the same page. So this gap might very well not be possible because that means we have to get to a 10K Bitcoin to hit the value prop of 20K. And if we print even more money, man, this whole formula gets jacked up that much more. So very, very dangerous situation, just in general, when you're having a whole economic infrastructure on the verge of A, collapse, B, restructuring, and C, countries like Somalia now having money to do a lot of things. Lucky for us, their IQ isn't big enough to outtrade me. So go ahead and give them billions. Go ahead and give me billions. I promise you, I will take their money. Shout out to those market makers that are looking for someone like me. You have found me. Reach out. Anyways, USDT dominance is the interesting one, but the CME is what really moves the market, right? So on the 3-day, oops, I did 3-month there. How bullish the 3-month looks. Anyways, okay, so let's go to the 3-day chart. And what we were waiting for was losing the 200 EMA, which we haven't lost it. And all the crossing already happened with the 21, the 8 going under the 50. We're now waiting on what the 200 is going to do. So the 3-day, nothing's changed there. Let's go to the 5-day because that's the upcoming cross, 21 under a 50. Makes sense why we keep rejecting the 8. Every swing high keeps getting demolished because of this upcoming bear pressure at 90. What is this? 98K, right? You see that 21's on 98 with the 50 and 97. That's going to cross very soon. This candle here, this 5-day candle ends in a few hours. This is a big deal. Why? Because every time a new candle prints, those averages completely go down. We've been trading under this level for so long that I can see on the next 1 to 2 candles, this cross officially happen. And it's going to do what? Well, hopefully not take us to the 200, which is 65K, but that's what it's looking like. Same thing on the weekly. When the weekly and the 5-day look the same, it's only because the CME closes on Fridays. So 5 days on, and then they take the time off. So overall, in the long run, the 5-day ends up looking the same like the 1-week chart, but that's only on the CME, and that's only because they close. So when I'm looking at these upcoming crosses, it looks deadly. Monthly is where it starts really getting concerning as well. We're losing the 21 EMA. We are literally right above it, and we keep wicking to it. If I go to the smaller time frames, right, we know that range is 87.6. So let's go to the 1 hour so you guys can see these constant tests of that 87K. And you see the 87K is essentially this bottom side, these wicks, all this little pocket of area that the CME has built, previous gaps. We are now trading right above all that, and we keep sustaining that monthly 21, but we keep rejecting any breakout attempt as well. So it's really getting quite saucy and disgusting when we're looking at that. But the monthly 21 is what you want to look at. And as you can see, we're right on it. but the 8 EMA is now pointing straight down. This is gross. Last day of the monthly candle as well. Typically, after rejections like this, you're going to get some big moves. What's going to happen next tomorrow when the new candle happens? Well, let's tune in and find out. So for Bitcoin futures, we're then going to go to the 5-day because we know the 3-day crossing, everything has already happened, right? And now we have the 8 that crossed under the 200, which hasn't happened for a couple years. And now what are we doing? Holding on with more pain coming, more bearish momentum coming. This 21 and 50 is looking really nasty. Someone's requesting if you guys can please accept that. That'd be dope. On the 5-day, here's where it gets more similar to what the CME looks, but this cross already happened. So on the CME 5-day, look at the differences. We've already had cross happen, but not for CME. We're above the 200, same thing. So it's starting to get familiar. Now, on a bullish side of things, we still have that higher low, as I pointed out last show, right? So this is still good. And we're running out of a lot of bearish momentum that it's on its way. So for the weekly, once this cross happens, we are essentially done with crosses. On the 2-week, the only way more crosses are going to come, that's if we lose the monthly 21, because again, this is Bitcoin. And look at how we're on the 2-week 50. It's essentially the monthly 21. If we lose this range, start heading down, we now have more bearish momentum and more crossing that's going to get created on the 2-week chart. And that's really not good. So hold on real quick. Did we, what happened here? Okay. Anyways, can y'all hear me? Mic check. Are we good still? Sounded like a cutoff.
No, you good?
Okay, cool. So let's head to Pumpy Dumpy now, because you guys know what's up. This is the chart that really, man, has just been the tell, right? From the 3-day red candle call out, guys, this is the bottom. We're going to go parabolic to, hey, Toyota and ramen territory. You know, it's going to be tested. We did. We are now consolidating right on there. Extremely dangerous. 3-day all crossing already happened. The one cross we were waiting on was the 5-day. 5-day gave us the 50 over the 200. And as you can see, every dump of this chart, so every time we pump, we keep freaking running it up and destroying it. So 5-day happened, weekly happened, 2-weekly, all the crossing already happened. So the stage is set. You see 21 over the 50. The stage is set for a very nasty rejection, but that would be extremely too easy. You know, it's going to, if it was this easy, right? Like, oh yeah, all crossing happened. Let's just go the other way now. Let's just freaking long because this is going to reject. We would all be incredibly filthy rich because trading would be that freaking easy. It's not, right? So what I want you guys to understand that even though we have all that already happen, you have to go to those smaller time frames to start understanding what's happening. And when we go to the smaller time frames, we've been hovering on these 200 EMA for the 2 and 4 hour forever. You see these bounces off the 200. So really it comes down to tracking the 4, 2 hour and 1 hour candles. As you can see, constant above and below this 200 EMA, but just to grab these EMAs, to grab that bullish or bearish momentum when they need it. Because there's a lot of traders that will trade confluence when these lines cross and they intercept. So what I'm looking at is tracking that they're consolidating this darn chart at levels that we do not want. That trend that Ghost and I were talking about the other day, this trend right here, we now can see it really developing in real time, and it's completely just doing what we don't want, which is consolidating a chart that looks like it wants another leg up. If this was Solana, if this was Bitcoin, after 2 years of freaking dumping, right? It looks different on the smaller time frames, but look at when we go to the big time frame, like the daily. This chart consolidated for years. Constant attempts at forever bull markets kept getting stuffed. And now here we are. At some point, there will be a rejection because nothing is straight up. So right now, we're in the territory of Black Swan event, guys. This is what has happened historically when there is nothing that can move the charts anymore. We have no volatility. Last time we had 0% volatility on the daily for USDT Dumpy Pumpy was over here. And what happened? We got a big old pump on the market because this chart dumped. What had happened on that candle and why did we get low volatility? Well, dude, we had already been pumping. So a big old little mini bear market, and you see it with this low volatility indicator. These low volatility indicators always tell you when there's just nothing to move the market anymore. That means on this pump, we now have no volatility, meaning people are scared to short or to long. This is now just conventional ins and outs. No one wants this smoke. That's why this blue bar is here. And in case you guys ever wondered why I use these indicators, the BBWP, it's a free one. DMI is a free one. EMAs are free ones. So you don't have to spend money. You just have to know what to look for. And I'm looking at a market now with no volatility. This is sus. This is scary. And you should 100% know that there's a big move loading up. Now, whenever I see low volatility after it's been going up, I'm expecting this to have a nice little retrace. So this lines up with the New Year full moon coming up. Yesterday, when was it, babe? 2 days ago, we were looking outside and we're like, dude, look how beautiful the moon looks. It's already shaping up. It's just a looker, bro. Everyone.
It's a super wolf moon, though, dude. This gotta be an owl.
So what you're saying is I got a howl that night.
100%. I was telling you, the super wolf moon.
Oof.
I mean, dude, money talks.
Well, check this out. Well, my first soccer team ever when I was a kid, the name of it was the Inglewood Wolfpack. So
there it is.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have revealed on space that I grew up in Inglewood, always up to no good. Inglewood. Anyways, look, guys, I will not be judged for where I came from. You can tolerate that. So sorry if I say Sue Whoop every once in a while to Andrew's delight. Anyways, look.
You get a blues clue.
Blues clues, dude. Okay, look. On the daily, low volatility, pumpy dumpy. Follow the small time frames. This is literally going to tell you when it's time. I short the market after every big dump. Every time this chart dumps and I see it wicking, see it holding on, just look at every dump has been completely stuffed. It's just what tells me they're just scaling this market appropriately to what they think is right. And they're just taking all the extra liquidity on its way. So it's quite nasty. Bitcoin dominance still looking the same, holding on to this trend. And now here's what's nasty, guys. We did the 21 under a 50 cross. We did get a little bit of an alt rally, but that's it. It's stuffed. Now it's grabbing the 80 MA. If it grabs the 21 and heads above here, the stage is set for the last exit pump for Bitcoin. Takes all the money before we finally get that last rotation. So pay attention to the weekly on Bitcoin dominance is right there. As far as Solana, what can we say other than dude, the trash? It's looking so bad.
Look at the candles, bro. The last 7 weeks. Look at those.
This is just holding on, building time while these EMAs go down.
Honestly, what is that, bro? It looks like a lie detector test. What is that, bro? Those are weekly candles. Look at the bodies of them, bro.
Bro, let's call those candles the Massimo candles. We asked him if he fell asleep early last night, and he lied. This week, he lied. That week, he lied. This week, he admitted it this week, but then we stuffed that lie, and then he went back to his old ways, and now he's learning that maybe if he doesn't say anything, we can stay above the 200. So shout out to Massimo. For sure though. Look, this just doesn't look good on the smaller time frame. Sure, all the EMA crossings, everything's already happened. But again, you just got to know that nobody knows what these charts want to do, right? The market makers, when will they send us to frickin' 60K Bitcoin, or when are they sending us to 130K Bitcoin? At this point, those seem to be the two ranges that we're in between. So your guess is as good as mine. But ultimately, what I'm seeing, every time we go above these EMAs and we lose them, we then use the EMAs to send us lower, much, much lower, as it just continues to happen. Every time we go up above these 200s, and again, this is the 1 hour on Solana, and I'm using the 1 hour because Ghost uses it a lot. Rejection to the 200, rejections all around on the 200, another set of rejections. Look at all these rejections at the 200. So for me, we really need, if you're going to have some hopium for Solana, this is what you're trying to see. And I'm sure you guys already know how to just do your basic trend lines, right? But like, you want to see this trend broken, which it did. It kind of retested a little bit, but typically you don't sideways this much after a broken big trend like that. So I'm just scared of what Solana is really trying to tell us. And to me, it just feels like Solana is telling us, hey, I just don't know what's going to happen. But what I do know, 4 hour 200 has been insane resistance for a very long time. The last time we took the 200, which really was these levels, because look, we lost it here, gained it temporarily, but this was just a fake swing, right? We had really lost the 200. Final test, rejection. We've been under the 200 on the 4 hour since then, and that's since October, bro. October is when we were having those conversations with Solana, just didn't feel right at the 250, 230 levels. It just didn't feel real. And sure enough, it's been all down from there. So it's not about being above the 200. It's about being well above the 200, right? Because once we did that, we were able to sustain a few days of bullish momentum to hit that 240 range after we had dumped to 120, these same levels. So now you really want to see this chart curve the 200 immediately. And the only way we can do that is if we go above it. So this is what you want to see. You want to see the 200 finally do that? Because if it doesn't, it is letting you know it's heading here, right? So once we start heading towards those bottom levels, then we can safely long. But realistically here, we're on a hopium move. Can we please hope that we go above all 4 hour 200s? Right? Let me show you. Look at the 4 hour. Can we just go above the 200, Biddy? CME, can you be nice? Can you go above the 4 hour 200, please? No? Damn you. How about you, Ethereum? Can you just be oh so kind to give us a 4 hour 200 EMA? Can you? Oh, it wicked to it. It wicked to it, but it didn't give it to us. So, like, you got to follow these 200 EMAs. And then here's my final sign, and I'll land my plane on this. This is why I know the market's trash. When you look at the 4 hour, look at the only chart that's above the 200. Z trash, boy. That's how you know everything else in the market is below its 200 and being used as exit liquidity, but not Z trash. Those market makers are saying, yo, let's not cheat until these levels. And you're seeing it. But they grab the EMAs, and now on a Bitcoin correction, these EMAs are going to head under the 200 to catch up to these, and these, right? All makes sense. Z trash is
Man,
a
I can't
good.
wait for the Mac crash.
No, right? So that's what I'm saying. This is like your lighthouse right now. This is warning you when the market's done. And I warned us when we broke above these levels and these levels here. I was like, guys, no reason why this chart should be breaking above these levels, because watch how it looks on the daily. It went above all the EMAs, right? So when we kept going above these levels, I kept just being suspicious. There's no reason why. But it's final exits for dummies that believe that things like this is actual, value versus vaporware. But look, all you did was look at this perfect little downtrend that it's on. So we see that done, right? And then look at this other immediate trend. Hold on. Let me delete this one. And then check out the other immediate trend that it's on, which is like right there, right? Perfect little 3-touch trend. So in these levels, it's kind of easy to predict here, but because we're on a potential of a big rug, I'm not about to long to these levels, right? Assuming a predictive trend, which it created perfectly here. So anyways, for people, trading this freaking chart, just look at it. It was almost like a perfectly operated or a perfectly executed operation by the market makers to get us from these levels to here so they can generate more exit liquidity before we inevitably go to the daily 200, which again, everything is below those levels, right? Look at the dailies. Like I already showed y'all the 4 hour. Dude, look how far ahead Z Trash is above his 200. It's been around forever. It's been around a long time. So these are real averages, real scams, real exit liquidity operations. Stay safe, everybody. I can promise you that these sort of things are easy enough to track when you follow the biggest signs you need to follow, which is the money. Pumpy Dumpy has been our savior. It's our chart that really lets us know when the money is ready to go in a certain direction. And the rest, we utilize skill and just precision to just be more safe from constant liquidation events. So, guys, this was Trey Talk. Any
Hey, real
questions,
quick.
any feedback? Let's get it.
Yeah, real quick, bro. I want you to look at Solana's monthly chart real quick. Bro, this is make
Okay.
or break today.
Today.
We had this talk back when we said, hey, if we can close this monthly candle above 230, we would break out of that shoulder, right? This time around, for full breakdown here, August of 2021, we rejected off of 125. Once we broke over this in September of 2021, we never once retested it and held it. 125 became our resistance for February of 2022, March of 2022, and April of 2022. And then we finally came back around in December of 2023. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Where we finally closed above it, 125.73. February of 2024. We have dipped below this, but never closed a monthly candle below this level.
You're not sharing your screen, by the way, Ghost.
Oh, okay, my bad. I got you.
Don't blame me. Blame Andrew, who DM'd me instead of telling you on the stage. So
No,
yeah.
you know what? I thought for some reason, I was looking at mine and I just figured you were showing yours like a Momo. I think you might have to pull it up. You see it or no?
I think I gotta add you now. Yes,
Yeah,
I added your screen, so it's gonna pop up. Boom, vámonos. Now we can all see your screen, señorita.
So check this out.
Okay.
February or August of 2021 couldn't close above 125. We finally closed above it in September of 2021. We couldn't even retest and hold. We lost it the second we retested it, right?
Gross.
Then you had 3 months in 2022 up to April where it was our rejection. We never closed above. The next cycle, 2023, December, first time closing above or below it still, but here was our first month to close above it. February of 2024, first time closing above it since obviously, a couple years back. Since then, look at this. Look at this, bro. This red line that you see is the price today. We're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months in a row where we dipped below but never closed below. Then we came down and tested it 8, 9, 10 times, dipped below but never closed below. And look at us touching it again. Right now, literally, this is the 125.10 price right now. Look at Judgment Day. We lose that and we extend the arm of the shoulder on the head and shoulder. That's $20 a token, bro. That's brutal.
Well, it can, right? And I think that's where I think the next bottom of Solana is in the $40 plus range. We
have to hold it, dog. This is
right.
everything.
So go to the 2-week chart and go to the bear market. You see that whole bottom? That whole bottom? Just go to the bear market and you'll see why. $33 was the massive resistance. You're on the 2-week?
No, I got 1 week on mine.
Yeah, you're right there. Okay, now just go to the bottom. You see that frickin' 21? The yellow line? Just look at the bottom of the bear market towards the left when we were under it. The way before that, we were under it. Yeah, right there. Yeah,
right
widen out your chart so we can see the candles a little better, and then just zoom in on that pocket. Yeah, okay. So listen, once we bottomed out, right?
49.16 or whatever.
Yeah. and it just kept going lower. So look, just keep scrolling the chart to the right, and then just follow those candles. We finally found the bottom, and here's where I want you to start looking at. So we went to $8 Solana, so it's in the middle of your chart.
Yep.
Look at, okay, where I want you to look at is over the next 10, 15 candles or so, that 21 was the resistance. And that was like $33. Watch, widen out your price range right there so we can see the gaps, and then drag it up. Yeah. And then look at when we finally broke. You see that big wick breaking above? So yeah, all that resistance right there, we broke above there, right? That was, we wicked to 33. What was the high on that? Hover over that candle. It'll tell you
30,
the high.
40.
30 what?
32.40.
Okay, 33, right? And then look at that big green candle that tested it. Frank the God sold his Solana on that candle right there. He said, I just sold all my Solana because last time he said he bought more Solana at 33. And look, it rugged to $17, 50% retrace. But that was the final fake out. But anyhow,
he was like, oh, finally got even. I'm out.
Yeah, he fricking cheated, and then, dude, look at what fricking Solana did. So anyways, so what I'm trying to tell you is now that we're taking all this back, right, that I just wanted to highlight that on the 2-week chart because the 21 EMA really shows you on Solana exactly why I feel there's no chance we go below 33, bro. It took us so much. There's so many people on Solana, all 500 of us will buy Solana at $40, $35. We're stupid like that, right? So all I'm trying to say is the chart shows you what it shows you. It's not my job to do anything other than like respect and believe it, because the chart doesn't show you fake news, bro, especially not on the biggest of time frames.
This is everything to me, bro. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
we're looking at resistance for 4 months that we're trying to hold as support. We've held it since March of 2024 when we broke it in February of 2024. That's insane, bro. That means in 2 months, we're on 2 years in a row of holding that as support. We lose that support, dog. It's wraps, bro. I'm telling you right now, it's wraps. We're definitely coming down below the 100 again. We're definitely coming down below the 78 again. We're definitely coming down below the 58 again if we can't hold this pathetic 125. Look at where we are, bro. The Moon Boys are the only things that can save us from it somehow closing above. And you could tell they're trying to keep it above for structure purposes. But if we lose it, it's going to be rough, bro. It's going to be rough.
That's the point. And I drew the two, the higher low that I was showing, right? Yeah. Like it's still showing a higher low there technically. You're stuck between a higher low and a lower high.
Yeah. So it's definitely the wedge.
Yeah. So you're like, Solana can test that top of that line.
Save us. I'm gonna transfer some funds.
Well, check this out, Ghost.
Today.
Look at the highest wick, that green wick. Goes
295 on the penny.
And yeah, draw a predictive line from there, and it should touch the next green wick. You already have it. Okay, good.
Yeah, I think I have it. I just wanted to pull
it. Yeah, no. So that's where we predictively will be going on a pump.
This thick white line, by the way, you see the thick ass white one?
That's the one. Yeah, cutting from the all-time high.
Yeah, check this out on the daily. Look at that madness.
Hey, bro, you are Somalian. I get it now. That all makes sense. This freaking guy.
Check out the thick white line. That thick white line is the daily breakover for the first time since that.
Right. And that's what I'm saying is typically we don't hold on that long. What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
Yes. The 4 days.
Right where we broke it, we've been flatlining.
Yeah, it's gross, bro. So anyway, and that's the fake out part. That's nasty. But yeah, so if you just look at my screen, let me show you my screen.
How do I get on my screen?
Just so you can kind of. Okay, hold on. No, okay, screen sharing now. So this is what how I predict, like this one here, how it's an official one, but how I start predicting what's going to happen. Right? It just kind of goes to show you.
Yeah, there's 3 touches for sure.
Well, no, that's 2 on a monthly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's a predictive line, but where I'm taking it, was it here? Yeah, here. Dotted line. Okay. Bro, this will be your tell for Solana. Literally, like it can go to the. If anybody tells you that Solana cannot go to 200 again, it's crazy just by looking at this. Just as time goes by, with every candle, the price goes high. Watch on next monthly's candle, our potential is 240. On the next one, our potential is 230. On the next one, right? Just move one bar. You see how it just keeps going? So the longer it takes, the scarier it is. But the nasty part is this monthly 8, bro, heading to the 200. That's disgusting. I say, ouch. I don't know how this doesn't lose here, bounce here, reject here, bounce one more time, and then rips this freaking trend.
What does that look like on the weekly?
So check this out. I can see this, boom, 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 right? I'm gonna show you right now, because then it'll finally create that like little 3 touch right here. Right, let's go to the weekly, see how it'll look. Yeah, see, because that's only 2 touches.
Yeah,
one, and it's just 2 wicks, right? So like that's, and again, this is how I work my predictive areas. So this is what it seems that they're doing, but all this is doing the 8, right? So I just start predicting the 8, the 21, right? And then you can start predicting the 50. It's coming kind of right over it. You know, obviously, you know, crazy lines, you guys all get that, but this 8 at some point has to curve, right? At some point it will, but damn, now here's where it gets fun, right? So we have all these predictive lines. So here's where it gets fun and how I get my ranges. So we're on a weekly basis, and I feel it's around here where it has to make a decision, right? We're all in agreement that it's having to make a decision quite soon. So then I grab my measuring bar, I go to where we're at, and I just go to that line. 10 bars. Over the next 10 weeks, it has to make a decision. This is either going to hold or it's going to be a nasty freaking breakdown.
Would that say March of the next year?
I just 10 bars, 2.5, 2. Yeah, that's how I measured it. So check this out. I'll do it again. Okay. Let me widen it out so it looks better. Let me remove this yellow line because we don't really need it. That's just a line. You grab your measuring bar, right?
Yep.
You go to where you're at, the candle that you're at, you click it, drag straight right to the line.
Got it.
And look at that. You see how that says, you know?
Yeah, 10 bars.
Yeah, the 10 bars. Now, given this is weekly, so
March,
10 bars at 70 days. Within 70 days, bro, it's going to freaking make a decision of this trend cannot sustain itself. Because if you invert this, bro, we're getting ready to rip.
Yeah.
Look at this, guys. Finally, we're bottomed out. Solana to the freaking moon. Everybody, sell your freaking house. Sell everything. Look at this sendish ass chart. It's looking like it broke above to that near peak. It's going to pull back a little probably, but it's going to rip this freaking trend, right? Like if I'm looking at this chart this way, I would be so bullish on Solana right now that I'm freaking collecting on any dip. Not buying tops, right? But on every red day, I'm buying. Every red day, oh, I'm sorry, opposite. Every green day, I'm buying. Every green day, right? But it's not. But it's not that way, right? This is the way, and this is how I can tell you that, man, if it breaks down, it's going to the $60 pocket. For starters, we never tested that area. Never. Check this out. Upon breakout here, we tested all these levels down here. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to show you. And then this is some good lessons, and we'll land the plane on this. So every time you have these market dumps, right? You always know there's liquidity there, and they're going to go test it. So after we bumped here, we ripped through here and never went there until here. We were still bearish back in January of 23 till June of 23 because we had untested levels. We on this candle, and you can see it different on 3-day because this will probably be 5 candles, right? Something like that. So then this level here, look, we never broke. After we broke out, we tested all these candles, right? Through here, but not this gap, not this resistance that sent us to $8, right? Because we rejected there and then went back, broke above there, never tested it till here. Got it? All right. So now here's where it gets fun. We then broke out all above here. Guys, we never tested any of that. We broke out here. We tested up to here. Right? So for me, there's untested levels for Solana here. Right?
Yep.
That's an untested level. Since this breakout, it never tested it. So realistically, it can hit $30 to $90 guaranteed. It has just about hit, the $90 range, right? I mean, look how close we came. Oh, sorry, not 90, freaking $60 range. I don't know why I saw 90, but anyways, because it was zoomed in so close. But anyways, so 60 from here's 50%. I can definitely see that 60, 50, $40 range, not going all the way to the bottom of it, but enough to respect it. And that $33 just being the bottom. That's how I got my thesis of where the bottom would be for Solana and why there's a seriously untested level. Never tested it. It just took off. They always do that on purpose to kind of give them a mark. It's almost like an inside tell. I don't freaking know. Haven't fully figured it out, but my market maker homies that have helped teach me and just me learning and just kind of being, in the trading trenches, I've picked up these things and I just level up to a different section or the spectrum of trading when I start zooming out that much, and why I just don't miss. It's like I'm cheating in a sense, right? Because people trying to do calls for a day, 3 days, I get that. It's a tough battle. I do those too. But my goodness, my monthly, 2 monthly TA does not miss. And for everybody listening for the first time, just understand that TA on Trade Talk is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Eastern. And every time I do the TA for that show, it's for the next 2 days. So for me, we're still on danger side. No pump is to be really respected unless it tests the sections that we need. But ultimately on longs, I'm taking longs. I'm not scared of longs, but I'm scared of holding longs. So I'm freaking just eating off the profits, shorting to buy more alts, more Solana. It's all a strategy. Build yours, but ultimately don't be exit liquidity. Just know if the market moves 5%, you're on 10x leverage, you're down half. You don't want to do that. Trade safely. Any leverage above 5x is dangerous, right? When it comes to trading without knowing. So you want to trade with leverage if you know what you're doing. So join us, Novex Finance. Come vibe with us. We know what we're doing. There's a reason why we're still around. We're not team getting liquidated. And every once in a while, we have some team members get a little liquidation here and there. A little liquidation never hurt nobody when you don't go overboard with the way you trade. So, you blow through your port. If it's a small portion of your port, then it doesn't matter. But anyways, join the Telegram, get the education. We're about to start gaming Fortnite, Madden, bro. I've been whooping people online 1v1 with the kiddo. Obviously y'all seen a little bit of FC gameplay last night. It's gonna get better and it's gonna get more fun. So just make sure to stay tuned and stay locked in. I hope you guys all have an amazing 2026, as today is our last day. So what will bring you more? What will bring you better next year? It's you being on your best freaking behavior when it comes to your learning attitude. Always know that there's more to learn. You're not there where you need to be. That's a forever journey. And when it comes to trading, just know it's ever evolving and ever changing, and you can lose your ass off. So take care of your portfolio and come vibe with us. 2026 is going to be special, baby. Let's if anybody else has any final words here, as it's the final trade talk of the year. We have a few of y'all up here. Any final words you guys want to say to all our homies, a lot of our listeners? And now we're on like 8, 12 different platforms. We got all kinds of views. So this is fun stuff, guys. It's only going to get better. But yeah, I'll kick off the mic to anyone. I'll cue up some music and we'll talk soon.
I just want to say, man, mad love and respect to you, everybody that's listening, man. Remember, repetitions form habits. Making things habitual create consistency, and being consistent is where the foundation of success begins. Join our free Telegram group and really just be around like-minded traders if you're into trading, man, and step your game up, because there's so much information that you can learn. And really just want to show gratitude to 2025, man. Although there's been some highs and lows, very blessed to have the journey we've been on, man. I thank God for that. And I thank God that I've met the individuals up here like Andrew, like Massimo, Buddy, Alex, G-Pup, all of y'all, Egon, and of course, everybody tuned in, man. We appreciate you so much. And we hope 2026 is a blast, bro. The best day of all, the best year of all.
The best year yet, right? So we always wanted to just keep improving, but yeah, that's what's up, man. We definitely appreciative of the support you've given Novex and the Clutch Foundation, and obviously the feelings mutual, but doesn't change the effect and the value that's brought in. So to you and yours and your community, dude, we wish you an amazing 2026, and I know it's gonna be, because you always put you and your people's feet to the fire. Keep showing up, keep doing what you got to do. And the results are inevitable once you zoom out. If you're trying to trade in between these small 1, 2, 4 daily hour candles, look at me looking at monthly, 3 monthly, yearly candles. When you look at life that way and you set up what you need to do that way, bro, we stay freaking cooking. That's why it's forever up year after year on this, our 4th year of hosting spaces / streams. It's been real fun, man, and it's only getting better because of communities like yours. So keep showing out, dude. Let's get it.
I appreciate that, man. For real, mad love and respect, man.
Yeah,
anybody else?
Year, man.
What up, Alex? Alexa.
What up?
Hey, Alexa, say something cool.
It's been a fucking good year, man. Keep on fucking building. Wishing everybody, health, wealth, and whatever for the new year, man. And we'll be here on Friday for more fantastic TA. It's been a good chat, man. You see the comments come in and they love the fucking chat before.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool, bro. And honestly, Alex, thanks to you, dude, for do more. And instead of expecting someone else to do some of the work, dude, you just got to it. And it was almost like, damn, I have no choice. And here we are cooking, bro, reaching many, many people. And I must say, yeah, Ghost, Andrew, all the crew, super supporters. But man, oh man, dude, if we did not have your freaking, and it's sad to say because you are from the UK, but if we didn't have you around, man, we're not the same. So keep being you, bro, which is just, dude, honestly, a servant of the community. But, bro, you got some good things coming your way and all, because you're a hard worker, man. You might be a lot of things, special needs, all that fun stuff. No, but you
fuck you too, man.
Yeah, screw you too, asshole. But hey, but no, dude, honestly, appreciate you, bro. This year, no matter what happened, I look at the events of who came around when it comes to the business side of things and friendships. You're one of the best supporters I've seen in a long time. This freaking guy went MIA for freaking 4 months.
3 months, man.
3 months. Okay, all right. I'm sorry I added 33%. But anyhow, this dude disappeared, never stopped subscribing to me on X, and was always around. And now he's just putting in all kinds of work. So from Novex, this isn't Clutch speaking, even though it is Clutch speaking. But honestly, bro, from Novex, we are nothing without the work that you have put in and the motivation that you've inspired everybody to do. Just from a social community building standpoint, this is just an awesome, awesome route that we're on. And it's all thanks to you, 100% of it, dude.
Yeah, cheers, man. Well, I like to put my skills to work, and it's nice to have a decent, awesome fucking product to fucking put out there to all the communities that I'm involved in, man. So it's everybody fucking loves Novex, man. It's fucking easy, no fees, and everybody can fucking cook, man.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
we want you to win. We want you to not lose. We don't make money off your wins or losses. We just make money off of you trading. So decentralized versus centralized exchanges, the difference is who do they want to survive? Us, it's the traders. Without y'all, we don't survive. So it's a different narrative, dude, and it's gonna be freaking awesome. So yeah, shout out to Alex. Keep freaking cooking. Let's who else we got up here? Any words that you want to say? This is your chance. Last trade talk of the year. Take the mic.
Yo,
What
yo,
up, buddy?
what's up? Yeah, you guys are awesome. Be sure to check out the Clutch Foundation. Like I said, 0.1 Solana donation. I'll make you 2 songs. Do it live on stream as well. Make sure you get what you like. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody that hosts streams. I'm locked in. I don't go out much at all, really. This is kind of my little escape. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for showing up, because you guys don't have to do it. Nobody's getting paid to stream, as far as I know. If you are, I'd love some pointers on that. But yeah, check out Creecoin for sure. We'll be here cooking throughout the bear even harder. Lots of announcements coming in a couple weeks. Our airdrop's going to wrap up, and check out Groktimus as well. The metas are lining up. People are starting to hear what Grok is. People are coming to X just for Grok, and it makes sense, dude. Optimus, Grok powered Optimus, Groktimus. Just show some love, dude. It's a good project, ginormous upside and potential. Never fade Hermit, dude. He's not here. He usually is. He's the true homeboy, and yeah, just I'll say one thing: accept the things you cannot change and change the things you can. I learned that in AA. And then one other thing: keep coming back. It works if you work it. So work it. You're worth it. We're all worth it. And that's it.
Man, now you know why the songs are always hot. Coming in hot with the pop nonstop. Chicago
Bart.
gonna lose. I don't even
Bart.
want to freaking flip a bar there for the Bears, but dude,
Hey, you
shout out to
playing
the
the
Bears
Bears?
winning. Bro, he's a Bear fan, dog. He's
Go
based in
Bears.
Chicago, bro.
Wow.
I honestly, bro, this alternate reality slash universe, bro. I'm expecting to see the Flash, bro. Any one of these moments, because this is crazy, bro. In what universe did the Bears win the division, bro? This is crazy, crazy. It's crazy. I can't say nothing else, but it's crazy. But nah, buddy, appreciate you.
And I'm loving it.
Shout out Massimo.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
Bibbidi bobbidi. All right,
While we football talk real quick, man.
It's been a long time, man. Let us have it.
no, I will. I'll be nice. But what's up, goes? What were you saying?
I'm just saying, Steelers Ravens Sunday night for everything in the division. And
Bro, we should stream that on and just be on here. I can stream now that I have my Xbox and all that stuff ready to stream. I can stream freaking games and bypass the whole blackout stuff, dude.
Oh, dude, I mean, if you're streaming it, I'll be there, bro, because I'm gonna be stay glued to the screen no matter what anyway. So run it.
Exactly, bro. That'll be sick. Yeah, you can always you have your PC, so big stream, but heck yeah. Massimo, take any last words you got. I know you've been around us almost a year. Great freaking friend, dude. He's come in clutch in a few moments where we've needed help, and he's just always around. He's a supporter. He needs to work on his dribbling skills, but that's because like when you figure out why do people meet each other, right? I think that's why Massimo met me, is so he can finally learn how to dribble like a Chad. He's gonna get there. The motivation is at like it's as locked in as I've seen it, man. Motivation University, dog. Motivate University. Him and Ebo have been cooking. Just dude, they talk about a lot of things, and those things, believe it or not, are things that people are afraid to talk about, because then you sound like you're kind of crazy. Because it's like, oh, why are you talking positive stuff? Why are you talking you can control your own destiny in between the big picture, right? And dude, honestly, like for me, it's been just cool, bro. Listening to these spaces, the things that the stuff that you've put together, the arms flailing everywhere. I can freaking see it. But we've definitely have enjoyed your company, dog. And
Hey,
you know,
if
what
you're
can I
not
say,
talking
bro?
with your hands, you're not a real Italian. So
Exactly. So the thing is that I always try to make sure I'm near just to make the pizza dough go in your direction. So when your arms flail, you slap it and you just spread that pizza dough nice with it. You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, what
I
last words you got for
appreciate
us?
that. No, man, I'm just incredibly blessed to be with all of y'all. It's rare to find a group of people, on the internet, right? That is so like-minded and so selfless. I'm just excited because it's still kind of just the beginning of everything, right? And I think the sky's the limit as far as what we can accomplish together as a group. So I'm like I said, man, I'm just excited and thankful, very blessed.
Heck yeah, bro. And I know Massimo is, the centerpiece of our jokes a lot. But it's funny. We're all the centerpiece of our jokes. We all make fun of each other, and it's freaking hilarious. And the best part is it's rare to find like 10, 20 people that are constantly clowning each other, and not a single person gets all butthurt. Oh, those guys are mean. Bro, we're probably mean to Ghost more than anybody else, if we're being honest. But yeah, bro, that type of vibe and energy just goes to show you, when you're looking at the main milestones and goals in life, all the little things that just kind of fall into place sometimes are not that they're insignificant, but they don't really have any directional power unless you give it to them. And like those little things, like just us being guys, bro, that's like us killing time as we're freaking looking for the big picture stuff, right? And that's one thing I can say. You're on it, dude, with the big picture stuff. So don't change that, and understand that no matter what you are right now, you can be better next year, dog. So keep freaking cooking.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys always.
Heck yeah. Who else we got up here? I think Egon, you got any last words? We got Andrew up here as well. And G Pup. If one of y'all want to take the mic, go for it.
Man, my last words for the trading stream on 2026. You'll probably see us later today on some streams, but man, or I guess on 2025 going into 2026 is lock in, man. I think this year we really did get a good portion of the year on kind of easy mode, and now it's lock in and build mode. Get ahead of these protocols, figure out what's truly being built, in 2026 and in 2027, these next couple of years, because that's where I truly expect us to see these big players start to emerge. Right, we might see the next Google, the next Facebook, whatever it is, actually be built next year, because I think the capitulation we're going to see in coming months is going to shake out all the fakers. But the real players that are left and the real players that come in, they're going to build the right stuff. So this is the time, I think, to truly lock in, look at the market from all angles, start playing with stuff, right? So you really know what's good and what's bad. So that's that. We've been saying it's lock-in season for a while, but now I think it's time to truly lock in a different way and make sure we're staying ahead of the curve within the space from all angles. So enjoy the day, guys. I'm looking forward to building next year with everybody here.
Let's get it. Egon's mic isn't working, but he says 10x what we did this year, next year. Happy New Year from Egon. We do have G-Pub. G-Pub's your mic working? No? Okay. Happy New Year from G-Pub as well. We're going to wrap up this stream, guys. Thank you for coming by. Look out for more stream. This was the last trading stream of the year. For us, check out Ghost. He has one tonight. Perps Education. He might not do it being Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. Not sure what his plans are. Are you hosting it?
For me,
Yeah.
no, that would be with the fan band.
Yeah, no. So we're wrapping up to the year. We'll probably do some poker stuff, some other stuff. But anyways, have a great rest of your day. Thank you for stopping by. And remember, we're just painting our story, baby. The West Side crypto hustle story.
God bless everyone.
Yeah, let the Lord bless everybody, baby.
Light up, glow brighter than the Vegas Strip. Seeing me gaps, got the streaks on a crypto trip. Candles dancing, wig slicker than a hustle's drip. Novex move silent, no need for a clip. Legend in the trade, fingerprints on the block. Blockchain buzzing every tick like a Glock. Defy dreams, I'm stacking on that E-Rock. Wallet full of alpha keys, turn never lock. Novex Finance, where the game gets flipped. Candle pattern sparking every chart we grip. Decentralized hustle, never sink, never slip. West side grind, making coins do flips. Bulls charge hard, bears lurking in the fog. Patterns in the smoke, I'm the wizard with the log. Fibonacci spirals, I'm the code in the cog. Crypto moves sharper than a diamond-studded dog. Green and red candles, paint Picasso on the screen. Liquidity pools deep, pockets never lean. Well swim silent, but I peep the scheme. Alpha moves nightly. Cashing out the dream. From the Satoshi code to the ether's flame. Novex rewrites rules in this money game. Charge speak the gospel. Prophets proclaim. West side rider. Blockchain my plane.
Have a great rest of your day, everybody. Just may the Lord bring you and your family many, many blessings. And for those that just probably don't believe in anything, just know there are people out there that can represent what it truly means to be someone that loves God and loves his people. You are our people because you're his people. So if you're a trader, no more being alone. Come join us. Novex Finance, baby. You won't find someone else that cares about its community as much as we do in this trading world. It's cutthroat out there. You see how we are and why we are. But just lean on something. For us, we lean on our faith. We lean on Jesus, baby. Have a great rest of your year. Much love, everybody. Novex Finance, the place.